Welcome to Ringside Riffs by Andres Cortes. Today, going over the Raw, the SmackDown, all the WWE news circling about the buzz, the return of CM Punk, the Drew McIntyre rivalry, the shaming, the everything, the memes, going over WrestleMania and why Roman Reigns hasn't showed up. And let's start with the obvious choices. Why is the WWE booking this way? We can see that Carmelo Hayes has risen up to the talent to SmackDown, being chosen as the number one draft pick. We got to see an incredible match back and forth between Cody Rhodes and Carmelo Hayes. But what does this mean for Carmelo Hayes, and what storyline will he now continue to have? Obviously, Cody Rhodes will go down in his own path to face off against the WWE challengers for the title, but Carmelo Hayes will have to work his way up. Having put up an impressive match, we know that his way up is going to be short, but definitely full of superstars. The roster is going to be having a hard time moving up. So we'll be seeing Carmelo Hayes probably as our next United States champion. Knowing that the PLEs are here, Backlash is right around the corner, and if anything, we're looking into even deeper things. The WWE continues to see overseas, continues to plan for overseas matches, continues to be international, and if anything, WWE fans are locked in. I have always been an international fan, and if anything, international fans do deserve this. So I applaud the WWE for taking a stand and for taking their talents all over the world. It is now time for talents to be hosted in pay-per-view places that have never had an event. And if anything, the greatest stage of all might be outside of the United States in the short coming years. Kevin Owens has been race signed and has been rebooking his gratitude places. He has been having his RKO TV show with Randy Orton, and we know that these both people have been looking for a United States Championship contenderies, have been the championship contenderies, but they deserve more. And if anything, we know that Kevin Owens has been putting a workhorse, guts and glory, everything into him. So knowing this, who has we brought him back? He has brought back RVD. Rob Van Dam is in the rumors and the speculations about coming back to WWE to make it one more showing, to being a sort of alliance and storyline with Kevin Owens. And if anything, that's going to be really awesome. It's going to show that Kevin Owens is obsession and who's going to come here to chill him down. But the main man, Rob Van Dam, chill dude, 420 all the way. And if we know anything about Rob Van Dam, he's going to chill out Kevin Owens. Now, someone who's not chilling out is Chad. Chad has turned heel. He is going all the way bad, bad, bad. Chad is bad. And we know that he is continuing to disrupt matches, continuing to go against Sami Zayn, continuing his alliance for the Alpha Academy, but now in a bad instructor type of way. He is a teacher amongst men, yes, amongst women, of course, but he is now teaching them with the hand of discipline. And do they deserve this? No, but who else was a gold medalist and was also a heel hated by the crowd, but it was overachieved and became a legend? Of course, you're seeing it is Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle might be coming back at rumors by the storylines or just behind the scenes for what Chad is doing. We know that Rhea Ripley is now injured. We know that she's been on the sidelines, and the recent allegations and recent storylines have been showing that Liv Morgan is going to take over Dominic Mysterio. Is this a great plan for the WWE? Is this a great plan for what they have cooking for Liv Morgan's character? Is this what they have cooking also for the change of face of Dominic Mysterio? Of course, it's going to take a long while, just like it is taking a long while for all these characters to have their own passionate pace, but it can happen. Why? Because Dominic Mysterio deserves to be a champion, and he will be soon a champion in the WWE. But what he needs is the crowd to respond to him, to stop booing him, and the only way that can happen, leaving the Judgment Day, making an alliance with Liv Morgan. She's crazy enough that makes him seem like a face. Awesomely, we have Cody Rhodes and his new rivalries that are coming up. Who is that? We might be seeing AJ Styles in the future. We know about that, but Cody Rhodes is definitely going to keep the title. He's going to keep it past Backlash. We shouldn't even be worried about that. We know that LA Knight is somehow, somewhere, going to interfere between that title match because the rivalry keeps on building up. But can The Undertaker be coming back to the WWE to make a claim at that title shot, to make a claim of what he did for Cody Rhodes? Could Gunther be the next one up? Could it be Brock Lesnar, who finally makes his return? As we do know, he was placed back on the roster after all the allegations. Or could Roman Reigns, or could it be the Vipers' last run against for the most titles in WWE history, surpassing John Cena? Would that be his storyline? We all know everybody has their own story to continue, and right now it is Cody Rhodes that holds the bars and holds the storybooks for everybody's storyline to either continue a new chapter or end their book in a misery. But one thing is certain, Cody Rhodes will continue to defend that title without embarrassment, without grace. And this is a new era for the WWE. This is a new place. This is a new segment for everything we have seen because stories have been completed. I Show Speed was in the background of the whole segment just as a little cousin invited to this special event with Patrick Mahomes and Logan Paul, and he was embarrassing. And if anything, the commentators did not want to make even a relevancy of him being there. That's it. Pat McAfee kept talking about Patrick Mahomes. They kept talking about the draft night, but I Show Speed was in the background and he was getting dug out. It was hilarious. Now, the draft concluded. It kept on going the whole night. We saw all rounds conclude. We got to see the Raw and SmackDown general managers come out, Adam and Pierce, and we got to see them over here talk about their final selections. We got to see each of these people finally fit the segment for what they're doing with their plans. Now, seeing that the rivalry between Becky Lynch continues to grow in ways where it's not only Liv Morgan, obviously it's Nia Jackson. Nia Jackson's going to SmackDown, so that's not a real concern unless there's some type of twist, but they keep on building this thing. Now, the only type of twist that there is that it's Tiffy time, so they're trying to make this big contenders match, Tiffy, Nia, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, all these people thinking that they deserve this championship, and it's more of a mess on SmackDown. I believe it's going crazy with Bailey against Naomi and getting interference, and so all these women divisions right now are really taking a pause or really taking a break because I feel like either Rhea Ripley's injury was not planned or it was planned, and I think it was planned, but they're just having this all females brawl out finally get their opportunity. Was it because of creative differences that they were complaining that they weren't having enough title opportunities? So did they give a title opportunity to someone who was pretty much threatening that they would leave the company if they did not get this type of opportunity? Throughout the night, the draft continued. We got to see Stephanie McMahon. We got to see where Gunther, the King of the Ring proclaimer, is set off. And just by proclaiming that, I already believe that he won't win the King of the Ring. He probably won't get far enough, but he will get dethroned, making me think that, maybe losing the Intercontinental Championship is hurting Gunther. It's not giving him the push that he deserves, because where is all this heading to? Is it heading to him winning King of the Ring? Will that give him the opportunity to proclaim and claim a match for the WWE Championship? And why is his road to getting a championship match so hard? Now we got to see again I Show Speed and Logan Paul make a few announcements for draft, and it was all propaganda. It was all advertising. We got to see them drinking different Prime bottles all the time. Definitely drinking these Prime bottles right in front, making sure they had the logo right in front. And it was It was okay, I guess, but I show speed, screaming out CM Punk, screaming out Braun Strowman. Uh, that was foreshadowing for what would happen later on tonight with both of them, which is hilarious. It's just a great way of storytelling. It's a great way of writing. It's a great way of showing us what is going to happen, and if you're paying attention enough, you might see some clues. We got to. How would we see the return of Braun Strowman if not for already being drafted right before we got to see him come out? Now, it was awesome, or was it a mistake? I think it doesn't make sense because when they saw him come out later on, they acted as they were all surprised. Now, what I mean is, later on, we got to see Logan Paul outside. We got to see Jay Uso, against Damian Priest in a triple tag team match or something where it was the Judgment Day, and it was Jey Uso helped out by two other uh, warriors per se that are there to help out. Um, it was gonna give a cheap shot to Jay, and he uses the Super Bowl rings. Yeah, it's hilarious. He uses the Super Bowl rings of Patrick Mahomes to hit him in the face as if in a brass knuckle. But what happens is they look at him as if Friday the 13th, I mean, Friday, the movie, where they're like, "Damn, you got knocked up," and they're all just staring at JD McDonough because he now has a big red mark all over his big face, and because he got all hurt. But like I said, Braun Strowman comes out, and it was just foreshadowing because the draft was like a little minutes before this, so it was pretty not that shocking that he would be there. I think it was a mistake that they didn't announce him that early. He takes care of the whole place, and pretty much it seems like it might be a rivalry cooking between Braun Strowman and Logan Paul for the United States Championship. Thank you for watching.